This is our all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. We call it Blueberry. And there's a way to turn this pickup truck into the ultimate fun rig, an overland truck with one installation. That's why we're here to install a Go Fast camper. We're gonna install it, show it to you, and then take it into the mountains and see how it works. So we're here at True Automotive in Denver. It should be a very easy install to put the GFC camper shell on top of our Tacoma. And then we can also show you how it's built, because I went to the factory in Montana. It's built in the USA. Well, if one guy can move it, that means it's pretty light. So the base version of this wedge camper weighs around 250 pounds, and we have a couple more optional things on this. So it's around 270 maybe, but still pretty lightweight.
Yeah, so this is Machine Town, basically where we process all of our metal. We use aluminum in everything.
So, I mean, the whole key is to make it as lightweight as possible,
yep,
but also
but
strong,
it's strong.
right?
Yeah, these are machining our extrusion. So right now, the spindle dropped through and machined the backside of that beam, so we can access all four sides. This is all tooling we engineered and developed in-house.
So this kind of fits like a puzzle, so
exactly.
other pieces will come in there.
Yep, the cope. So this will make kind of that, you know, that look on the camper. This is really one of the secret sauces of GFC. It's a machine tending robot, and it makes all of our small billet parts. The big, chunky, half-inch thick structural members that connect all those beams together. A little T-nuts, some tabs, a lot of tabs, big tab day.
Yeah. No, I see. They're just different parts that you design yourself.
Exactly. Everything's designed in-house. Yeah. We're basically building the tents today. They get installed tomorrow. And they get cut on this conveying fabric laser. So we're doing a dual zone, 3-inch thick mattress with the top layer is 4-way stretch. So you really get the actual foam supporting you, and then you get the bathtub of the burly stuff that still lets you, you know, wash it, drag it, you know, put it outside, camp, use it as a couch if you forget your camp chair or something.
How many do you build or deliver a month or a year,
so weekly capacity is 40 a week. This is basically the entire kit. So all the parts, the panels, everything flowing together. That's basically the mechanism on the latch. So you've got a ramp, a little ramp feature there that aligns it.
I see.
So a little ramp pin. So this is all that kind of detail work we have. If we can make it out of billet, we do.
Yeah.
This is final assembly. These guys make it happen. Yeah, one operator builds the entire camper, topper, rooftop tent. The level of, you know, care, attention to detail these guys have is amazing. You got the triangulated braces, those big aluminum brackets you saw, they actually fit kind of in there. So those screws hold it to the vertical beam, and then you got another screw in there. So this whole entire thing is nested together with a precisely machined cope, and then also has that big tab in there just acting as a, you know, big stiffening element. So this is our smallest our smallest topper we make, and it's
for Ford Maverick.
It's for the Maverick. It's so ridiculous, pretty cute.
So that's the side.
Yeah.
But it matches the profile of it.
Oh yeah,
right?
it's perfect.
So that's towards the top of the cab.
Right, it's the best fitting. Matches the rake. Everything is just perfect on it, and it weighs like less than 100 pounds.
Well, it's all done. It took just over an hour to do. So Alex, it's time for us to head to the mountains now. All right, Alex, let's show all the features. Let's open it up and take a look. Each of these panels is openable and lockable, by the way, in the rear door. We also have an optional roof rack
Super nice how every panel opens up though. So you've got a full truck bed if you need it, and you know, if it were raining or snowing today, we could shelter up in here and
Yeah.
you know, have some cover over us.
They also sell something called the turbo cubby, right?
Yep.
The turbo cubby is basically kind of like boxes that mount on each side, and you could open this up and actually use it for storage.
Someone like me who, you know, moves motorcycles around all the time, I like that this is just super empty. But if your main thing is off-roading, maybe you keep some recovery ropes and shackles in the side.
All right, well, let's open the main part of the house. So pops open, pops open.
There are little holes right here, so if you want to keep a padlock in there so that you're, I don't know, if you live in a sketchy area, people aren't sleeping in your rig when you come outside in the morning.
Yeah, because the doors are closed, but this is not necessarily locked, right?
Right.
So, and then just one motion. It's got struts, so it just pops open, revealing our tangerine material. You can have different colors too if you wanted to. All right, Alex, so you've been around several different campers.
Bunch of them now, yeah.
Yeah, so let's figure this out and let's kind of show what's inside.
Yeah, so no ladder, although you can use a ladder with this system. Pop this little panel out here from the inside of the truck bed, slide it over, and that gives you a little access point. Kick my shoes off here so don't get the new bed all dirty. And then you can just kind of hop up. You can put a stool down there if you need to. And Andre, I'll steal this camera from you. Ton of windows up here, so you can poke your head out, get a nice view wherever you're camping.
Tacoma.
Have another Tacoma right there, the older Tacoma. Look at that headroom. Massive amounts of headroom.
And actually, I'm standing in the bed right now too. And let's say it was snowing or raining, right? So you could close the side doors.
I could even see you pulling this off, using that as a little kitchen table there if you needed to in the rain. And yeah, we've got some bedding set up here, so I have my cool camp pillows with the Beastie Boys.
Nice.
We've got Jimi Hendrix. The mattress is super comfortable though. Look at that, we've got a little pocket here for storage. Keep all your stuff by your side.
And we also have the side windows too.
Yeah. So
Little side windows.
some more access here. What's really cool that I haven't seen in many other campers is this is letting some light through. So it's kind of like a skylight right now. You can't see through it, but you can tell by the roof rails there. Most campers, this is just kind of pitch black, and this is letting in a good amount of light, making it seem a lot bigger in here than it actually is.
Yeah, it's kind of open, right? This platform altogether could support statically about 800 pounds. So
good.
definitely if you have two people or, you know, a couple dogs with you or something, you could still use that. Here's the other view.
And so if you wanted to clip these out of the way, you can, you know, bundle them up with this carabiner here.
Yeah, and kind
out of the way.
Yeah.
You can move this panel out of the way for a second. Both of these panels actually. And this long kind of left side, driver's side piece isn't bolted in or anything. So if I get the mattress kind of slid out of the way, I can rotate this 90 degrees and fit it right there. And instead I could have my access panels kind of split up, so you could have a bigger area here, or you could slide this whole panel to the back. You could put your access panels in the middle. So a ton of different options. And that's pretty sweet. It doesn't seem like it matters that much right now because we have an empty truck bed, so we can get in wherever we want. But let's say David made a huge build out for this, and we had cabinets here, or, you know, a camp kitchen in one corner.
Or a refrigerator.
Or a refrigerator. It'd be really neat to kind of change up where you put your access panel to get in the tent based on what you've got going on in the truck bed.
What if somebody, a friend or maybe a foe,
friend
comes along, it actually locks these latches while you're in there sleeping? What happens then?
You'd think you'd be totally out of luck, but they've got a pretty clever design here. So this little billet part is what the lock, this is the latch, actually catches onto. But all I have to do is push this little piece down, do that on both sides, and even though the locks are still engaged, I can move this panel out of the way and get right out.
You're free. So there's a couple of ways of closing this back up. One way, I call it the hug. By the way, all the panels are back in, and we removed our little pillows and blanket. So I kind of hug it, grab it by the roof, and then I'm gonna start folding this in. The other way is there's an optional clip with a little rope. So you can get an optional part to help you bring this down. But it's actually pretty easy. You kind of continue to hug it, trying to get all of the material back under it. That's it, and then I latch it. Done. There. All right, so this is great, but you're probably now wondering, how much does this cost? Well, for 2024, the camper starts at $8,450. That's kind of the base price. But there's a couple of optional items. For example, see-through glass. Alex and I were driving on these different days, and we love visibility, right, Alex?
Oh yeah, it's pretty easy to see out the back of this.
Yeah, because we have a glass right there by the cab, and you can use your mirror, of course, looking all the way back. Also, the side soft windows are optional as well. You can also get a side ladder, like we mentioned. With everything you see here, this is about $10,800. By the way, I was a little bit concerned that we would lose satellite radio and other features, but we did not.
No, it's pretty tucked back in there, and no issues at all.
And I think, according to GFC at least, because this is so low profile and also the material is pretty porous, that actually the waves kind of go through it, so that's nice. And also, what do you think about the value? Like $8,400 to start, and then maybe a couple more grand of options.
I think that's pretty good. I know there's going to be a ton of commenters that say this is very expensive, and yeah, you know, $8,000 starting price for a topper you put on your truck is definitely pricey, but we've seen some really expensive versions of the same thing, basically. I have one on my truck that was more expensive than this, so yeah, that pretty much tells you what you need to know. I think it's a pretty good value.
And there's other companies, of course, that have more build-outs or actually full campers on the inside, but you need a full-size truck for that, right?
Yep.
Or maybe even like a heavy-duty truck. And this is a kind of a lightweight solution to still offer garageability in most cases, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is kind of, what would you say, almost a foot?
Yeah, it's pretty low profile.
But and lightweight too.
Lightweight, and I think the thing that sticks out to me the most is just how well built this is. I mean, getting to see a little bit of the inside of the factory and how much thought is put into where all these joints come together, it really seems like it's something made for abuse off-road, and it would take it all day long. So,
all right. Well, thanks for joining us. Once again, check out oldtfl.com, and we're gonna do some more camping in this one.
Yeah, we gotta go on an adventure now, huh?
Yep.